Is the Las Vegas real estate market gonna crash? I tell you how I think things will go as I drive around and do realtor stuff. What's up, everybody? Rob Hau here, Rockstar Realtor from Elite Realty. I'm the realtor, you're the rock star, and if you're looking for a realtor, well, now you know how. I'm cruising. I just picked up a resale package for a property in Summerlin that I'm the listing agent on, and you know, I've had this thought that maybe it's a good idea to give you my drive thoughts. I drive a lot around town, and so I thought it'd be cool to just give you thoughts that I have and just maybe some about questions that I get a lot. And one of them is for sure on everybody's mind: is the Las Vegas real estate market gonna crash? Are we just at such high heights that suddenly everything's gonna fall out from under us? Well, I have several thoughts on that. And the first one I'm gonna start with is that there is a ton of cash that has come into this market. And what does that mean? Oh, maybe somebody's gonna crash in front of me before the Las Vegas real estate market. That was close, folks. Oh, everybody has a hard time up here at this stop sign. Anyway, so where the heck was I? So there's a ton of cash in the real estate market that has been injected through the purchases of property. Most of the properties, especially in the last year, have had a lot of cash behind them. I mean, back in, you know, when we really went to our heights in Las Vegas prior to this, and then we had the Great Recession, what was happening then was there wasn't a lot of cash behind the loans that were being approved at that time and given out. Now you have a lot of cash behind those loans. So people are really betting with their own bank accounts on these purchases. And a lot of these purchases, many of them are primary residence. Those two things speak of strength to me when I think about where we are as far as how strong, what's underneath, what's the foundation of our real estate market in Las Vegas. The lending restrictions, the way that they deal with giving loans out have been strengthened by a lot, especially considering back prior to the recession. Okay, so those things tell me that we have a lot of strength in the market. I mean, people are going in and bidding up above asking, and then giving a portion of cash towards anything that the property doesn't appraise for. So in other words, let's say you buy a property for, you put up a contract for $1 million. But that contract is going to have an appraisal done. You're using a loan. The lender's only going to loan what that appraisal comes in at. So the property has to have comparable sales that tells us, along with the heat of the market, in other words, where is the market going, that the property is valued at least $1 million. What happens is, though, that people will bid up. So maybe that property was listed for $950, and somebody came along, you came along and said, I'm going to buy it for $1 million. That's $50,000 over list. And maybe the seller and the listing agent know that the latest comparable sales were at $950 or thereabouts. They think it's going to appraise at $950,000, and there's a $50,000 potential discrepancy in the appraisal. I call that a gap, the appraisal gap. I also call it appraisal gap insurance. That's what I'm talking about, for any shortfall between your contract price and the appraisal that is done. That's been happening a lot in the last year, okay? People are paying and saying they'll commit to an amount above what it'll appraise for. So somebody might have to come in with $50,000 cash that is not going to be in the loan. So you're going to have your loan, you're going to have whatever down payments and loan costs that you're going to have, and then you're going to come up with another $50,000 to bridge that gap. And because so many people are selling properties of higher value, especially in other states like California, and then they come here loaded with cash, they will make those ends meet. That causes me to think that people really have a lot of skin in the game. That means there's a lot of value behind what they perceive as valuable, which is their properties. People have a lot of equity in the markets as well. So, and this equity has been driven up because of people doing what they're doing. I've been saying in many of my videos, we're reaching a precipice, we're reaching a height here that naturally has to sort of, you know, it's just going to get unaffordable, and it already is for a lot of people. That's why you're seeing, well, what I'm seeing is a lot of the lower price properties like condos and townhomes, they've become very, very popular because those are affordable for people. Those are the affordable homes or properties that you can buy. So there's been a real frenzy in that market for condos. Now, there is a thought, you know, when it comes to condos, I always want to be honest with you, that condominiums are the first to go down and the last to go up. So being that we're having such a frenzy in the condo market, does that mean last to go up? I actually think it does, but I don't think on the other side of this we see some big, you know, some big fall. I just don't see that. I do think that over time, the strength of the market sort of, you know, dissipates a little bit as far as the amount of activity happening. We have to have some sort of changes, right? You can't just keep going up, up and away. So I think incrementally we're going to see, you know, us kind of chill out. Right now, I don't see any major, you know, taking of a leg out of our real estate market. I think it's going to be a slow sort of degradation. Maybe that's a strong word to use, but a slow decline, if you will, over time from where we are, from these super, super strong levels that we've been at for a little while. By the way, I'm driving around in Summerlin here. I was up here picking up this HOA package. I'm going down to a signing for a client right now over at Tivoli. Yeah, in Tivoli they have a title company there, and I'm going to be signing with my client today. I always go to my client signings, certainly every time I can. Not all agents do that, but it's a very happy moment for everybody, so I like to be there. I like to make sure everything goes smoothly. But as I was saying, something that people are asking me, so what's up with these, you know, we got all these people in trouble, you know, what's happening with all the people that are going to come out of the moratorium and the, you know, mortgages that might be, you know, behind. Those have really been quelled quite a bit, and incrementally those have been going down. People are coming out of forbearance and they're getting back on track. So far, I don't see a major problem there. I call it wearing the bulletproof vest. Yes, some bullets are going to hit. Some things are going to come at our market when it comes to these distressed properties that might be out there lurking. But we're sort of wearing a strong bulletproof vest that unless it gets hit in the same place multiple times, it's not going to penetrate through enough to really impact our market heavily. Impact, yes, but heavy impact, no. When I think people say, is it going to crash? I think like a leg on a table or a chair being taken out and that table just falling over, or that chair, or that person in a chair just falling over, right? That's what I think when people say, is the market going to crash? No, I think that we are not going to see a leg get taken out from that table. I do think that real estate in general has always been a strong place to keep money because in general, again, it's not going to be something that quickly declines. We had such an anomaly when the market crashed in the 2008-2009 area. That was such an anomaly and it happened so fast. But the reality is the speed of what that actually was, it was over several years because the initial impacts started happening, yes, quickly, but the full expression of what that meant actually took until early 2012. Late 2011 and early 2012 is where the bottom of our market was. What's going to come over time is very slow movements, Vegas is actually poised to stay pretty strong for a while because we're a market that is going to take advantage of people in other higher markets that are continuing to get squeezed. We're gonna do a little drive through Tivoli while I'm here. See if I can navigate a roundabout. What do you know? Another roundabout in Summerlin area. So Tivoli, this is a very cool little spot here. Lots of nice little shops and restaurants. And they've expanded it further. For a little while this area was not getting built out. Now they're building it all out, filling it all up. One of the big, gigantic changes that has happened in the last year has been how and where people work. And clearly, I'm not going to surprise you when I say...
Oh cool, there's a haunted house over here.
I'm not going to... By the way, it's almost Halloween already. What? So I'm not going to surprise you when I say that people can now work from home. Many people's jobs are being able to be full-time from home. And I've got current and lots of past clients that have come here because they now can work from home and they can escape a market that they could not buy a home in. And now they can in another market like Las Vegas. So you see where this has just really changed. Another interesting place that has changed are vacation home sites that used to be just pretty much for vacations and maybe like ski resort areas where you would go there during, maybe you'd go there to hike during the summer seasons, and you certainly would go there for skiing over the winter. Those places have become permanent residence places for people. They're primary residence homes for people that are coming from areas like San Francisco who suddenly now realize that they don't have to, hey, look at this nice little area over here, that they don't have to be stuck in a cubicle anymore. They can work from home. So all these little things that I'm telling you, they're just a bunch of the clues that I like to give to when people are concerned about the market. Now, there will be changes. I think that the rental market in particular is extremely high, and there's going to have some come down effect at some point. I will be keeping you updated as to what I'm seeing, and if you like this and you like other videos that I have, they're all on YouTube. Please check them out. Please subscribe to my channel, and remember, if you're looking for an awesome realtor, well, you already found him. That's right. Now you know how. My number is 702-461-7175. Give me a call anytime. Tie a note to a rock and throw it through my window. I don't care how you get a hold of me. You get a hold of me, and I'll be there for you. Let's rock. Have a great day, everybody.